I have watched some YouTube videos, such as the ones I'll put in the description of this video, and what I'm about to do, those videos make it very difficult. So let me show you how to take care of an old book, or say you have the manual, Permaculture Designer's Manual, how to wrap that up, give it some protection, and the other books in your library, worth making a video about. Check this out. When I say Designer's Manual, here we go. So in the description of the video, I'll put a link to where I got these. I used a company called Brodart. Here's their logo here, you can see it. Brodart. And basically what it is this type of archival plastic. And you could also get these, like there's little tape strips on here. You'll see when I pull one off. So it's just basically got them all. Makes it real easy. And that's, you know, used for archival stuff, like if you want to take care of books. A couple of bulldog clips about that size. I don't know if on this book I'll need it, but the little end on this cap is good for something in a minute. You'll need some scissors. And that's basically all you need. And let me just show you the process. Kind of first things first. A lot of the different videos I saw have you do this weird kind of corner crease here. And that's just way too difficult. I had a number of books to do this on. So I just came up with a way. It uses a little bit more of this material, but man, it simplifies things a whole bunch. I got this 300-foot roll. Should last a while. All right, so basically put it here, and then put this, you know, maybe 3/4 of the way down, right? Kind of like this, and then just close it. So if I go halfway and then pull it out a little bit more, or not halfway, I meant just I fold it back over, and then do another one, right? So it completely is enveloped the book, and then just kind of make a mental note or put my finger here, like this is where, you know, right at the edge of the book where I'm going to need to cut. Right? So I'll take it back out, make it a little tight. And then I'm not going to cut exactly there because, you know, we got the big binding. So I'll come in just a little bit, an inch or two, and then just do a straightish cut like that. And now I have my plastic material basically cut to size. Okay, so I just put myself in a seated position because I'll be here just for a few minutes. Now my spine on this is really jacked up. If you can kind of see, it's kind of moving by itself. So this will not only protect the book, but it'll help hold that spine in real well. So I want to make sure that the plastic is on straight-ish as possible. So the way to do that is kind of face it this way, and then put the plastic down. On this one I got to hold the binding, but normally if the book doesn't have this bad of binding, you can do it like this. And then while it's shut, you know, or with your finger in there, that's when you want to come in and put this bulldog clip on. You don't want to do it while it's open, because if you do it while it's open and you take the slack out of the plastic, when you fold it down, it puts way too much tension on the book, and it actually won't close when you're finishing it out. Which I had to learn the hard way on that one. Alright, it's the same thing here. I'll go ahead and make it tight up here, but then I'll let it loosen as I take it down. You could even hear it kind of squeaking. And then that's where I put the second bulldog clip. Bam, like that. And if you want, you can take the inside ones and put them down. And that one already did. So now we have a book that is wrapped in plastic like this. Only on the outside covers. Alright, so when we're here, we're going to have a very interesting time. Let's see if I can bring the camera in. Alright, so see if I can get tight in here. So you can see where this plastic is over the edge right here. The edge of the book. Now we're going to come in with a pair of scissors, and we want to kind of cut right at that corner. So let's see if I can hold the camera while I'll do it. Yeah, notice where my scissors are. And they're kind of right on that corner, and I don't want to cut the book at all. Boom. One little slit. Turn it back the other way. Awesome. And then just flip the book over. And just do the exact same thing on this side. And so, you know, you don't have to get super precise. I mean, I'm doing this with one hand while my other hand's got a Canon 80D in it. So that should tell you something about this process. Now that we've got those cuts in there, the next is pretty simple. Yeah, and this one's very interesting too, because well, once you make the cuts, you really can't, you can't mess with the binding too much after that. So no worries. So we want to have it face this way. And, I have some issues with my spine, so I'm going to hold my spine down. But if you did, you just hold it there, and then you'd come to the crease, and then you'd crease these little edges. These edges over here. Crease it like this. While it's standing up. Same thing on both sides. You can kind of see, I'm just going to give it a crease with my finger here. A lot of videos say get a bone folder, any kind of hard piece of plastic. Your fingers will work just fine. And once you're here, we take this and just fold it over like that. And to keep it nice, I do take the scissors again, and I kind of just go through the edge. So I'm not really touching the book, I'm just kind of tucking that in. There's probably a sewing term that I don't know that would go good right there. And, just to make sure it's tucked in really well. And then we'll take some of these little strips of tape, and you got to take one of them and tape. See if my arms can get out of the way. Tape it basically like that. So it doesn't tape the book at all. It's plastic on plastic. So there's nothing taping the book. Especially if it's an old book, that's definitely not something you'd want to do. Let's see the other side. Try it like this. Bam. And there we go. We've got one side in. We can take off that one bulldog clip. Go to the other side. If you think you need to make some adjustments, like barely any adjustments, now's the time to do it, but this one probably doesn't need any. Alright, so now I'm just creasing my corners again. Crease, crease. Make sure they're good. Folding over my plastic. If you have a smaller book, because the vast majority of my other books are much smaller, then you don't have to, then it fits. You'll have a lot more plastic come in this way. Alrighty. Now there's a lot less plastic coming down. It's about halfway on this one. Or there's more 3/4 on the other, which is just fine. Stubborn piece of tape. Bam! Look at that. Alright, so we're almost done. I've got it completely covered over, but I do notice that I have some of these plastic edges in here, like going over the crease line, so I can come back in like on this one and basically give it a miter cut. You know, just taking off a tiny bit of triangle there. And I can do this on both sides. So now when I fold it or close it, I don't have that issue. Go look at the other side, make sure we don't have a lot of issues on that side. And we don't have a lot of issues, but we got a little issue. There we go. All right, so now the last piece is very interesting. Now the idea is we've got this little piece here. Now, if we see it, you'll notice that there's a hole in the binding right there. So we want to take this piece and fold it in. Now on this particular book, because it's got such a big binding and there's a mess, I'm probably not going to do anything interesting to this piece of the edge before I tuck it in. But if it was a smaller book like this one, see I just did, you see that binding is much smaller. And here, then what I'd want to do on this piece of plastic is I'd want to come and do another miter cut like this on both sides. That way it looks like a point, right? It has a point on it, imagine both sides. And it's easier to put down in that hole. This one's probably not going to need it. I'm just going to go ahead and do it. It's probably so big I can probably even do it one-handed, which is, you know, pretty interesting because every other book you'll never do this one-handed. Wow, there we go. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see. Other side now. Good deal. So now when it's closed, it's a little bit straighter on the edge. The actual dust jacket helps, or it's not a dust jacket, the cover helps it. And I don't think I got Mylar, I think, because Mylar stretches. I think I got the polyester, or well, you know, my brain's a little bit slow. I just got off a bone broth bath. In any case, it's not the Mylar. I'll put a link to it in the description. So check it out. That is how you protect your important hardback books that don't have a dust jacket. And if they did have a dust jacket, there's a different way to do that, and maybe we'll do another video on that. So protect your books, man. Read them. They make you live longer. Praise the Lord.